We're here to talk about Future Man Season 2, which you have just seen, I think, the world premiere of the first episode. So congratulations on you. So we've got a lot to cover, and we want to get to your questions as well. So I'm going to bring out our panel. First, we've got Evan Goldberg, Ben Carlin, Miss Eliza Coupe, Josh Hutcherson, Derek Wilson, Shafir, and Kyle Hunter. Okay, all right, first of all, congratulations, guys. Great first season, and also, do you remember your panel here last year? It was in a much smaller room. It was a smaller room, a smaller group. This is ridiculous.
What's up, guys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Who knew so many people had such good taste? So you've basically saved a future and destroyed a future. What, for the producers, what would you say is your plan for season 2? What was your idea?
Sorry, the plan for season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You had a plan while you were filming it, right?
Yes, we did have a plan. The plan was basically just to go to the future and have the characters have to live in the new future that they created. That was the big plan.
And clearly what we're seeing from that trailer, the future they've created is not awesome.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, it really didn't work out too well.
Yeah. And was the idea to actually portray Josh as literally a savior figure?
Were we too subtle about that?
You will never be accused of that. So what did you not get to do in the first season that you, when you went into season 2, said, we have to do it this time?
I mean, I feel like me getting muzzled was one thing that we didn't get to do season 1, so very excited about that, season 2. The show being called Future Man, and we didn't go to the future in season 1, so definitely going to the future, obviously. And I think what's cool about this season is that, you know, Josh, especially his character, was on such a high and had this kind of, you know, hero's complex that he just saved all of humanity, and he very much didn't. And as not only that, but now he's like pushed down to the lowest rung of this really messed up future that they've kind of helped cultivate.
And he doesn't get to use the calling card of like, oh no, I'm the future man.
I mean, he tries, just no one listens.
You had a muzzle on you, no one was listening.
Yeah. For the producers, so there's 4 of you here. Can you each describe your own executive producing style? Like which one's the cool dad and which one's the, you know, the Punisher?
I'll take cool dad.
We're all dads and
I'll
cool
just say you're the
guys. So
Punisher.
I feel like we all qualify as cool dads.
I'm an emotionally distant enigma.
Okay.
I'm the annoying note giver.
I would call you you're the curmudgeon.
I don't know, what would you describe me?
You're the reasonable one.
I'm reasonable.
I'll talk with you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So he's like the cool stepdad that you guys can manipulate. So were you guys surprised at the reaction to the first season, that people really got into this? Obviously, I mean, look at this.
I think I speak for everyone when I say that we had no idea what was going to happen.
No clue.
And had no sense of if people were going to like the show and just committed to making a show we all loved. And I think it worked out.
Yeah. Well, the great thing is, like, when you start watching it, you realize that this is not just the joke of what you set up. Like, you are telling, like, a pretty epic story. Like, this is an
We'd
action
all be much
adventure.
more successful if we just made this a drama with no jokes and just did that, I imagine.
But no,
That would be fun.
there are big action set pieces and dramatic moments, and I mean, this is not just a comedy.
Yeah, we really wanted the show to be funny, obviously, but we really wanted to tell an interesting genre story that people who are fans of the genre will appreciate the effort and the thought that went into it. And in season 2, I think we move a little further away from like doing lots of homages to existing things and try to tell our own original story with just a little peppering of homage.
So looking back at these 3 and how well they work together and how the fans, I mean, we obviously love putting these 3 together, especially because Josh is perpetually abused, which is like the long-suffering, but I also feel like he takes it pretty willingly.
He's game. He's
Yeah.
very game.
Are you talking me or Josh?
Both.
But sure, sure. Did you guys look at that and say, all right, we really need to put them together a lot in season 2, or we're going to split them up more so those moments are more special?
I think we thought that like having the team be like torn apart and having to come back together felt like a good, season 2 story. I think we definitely felt that we found Josh to be really, really funny when he was put upon. So we just put a lot upon him. And then we just kept on waiting for him to say no, and then he never did.
I didn't realize that was an option.
It's not.
When you said we were slap the big dick on you again, I was like,
Yeah.
here we go again.
We'll get to that in a second.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
The Eliza and Derek, do you think that Tiger and Wolf now actually care about Futterman?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
No, of course. It's, yeah. I think we do. We need you. You're important.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Now we like you. We like you.
So
I don't believe a word you fucking say.
That's fair.
what can you tell us about their dynamic in season 2?
I have more of a dynamic with Haley Joel.
Okay, yeah.
Stew. Mm-hmm. Am I allowed to say that? Yes, definitely. I just did. So there's that.
Well, you find out kind of at the end of season 1 that she is a biotic
Yeah.
in her blood,
We
and
find-
so
Could we find out I'm
that's
perfect?
That's a big obvious story
perfect-
point.
So that puts a strain on our relationship.
Yeah.
Can we get a quick show of hands as to how many people understood that Tiger is supposed to be a biotic at the end of the first season?
Oh.
All right, some of you. All right, cool. Yeah.
30. We make that very clear in season 2.
So will that cause us a
And right
level
now.
of self-loathing?
Wait, say that again?
Will that cause us a level of self-loathing for her?
Self-loathing.
Yeah. Maybe. I think she's just incredibly conflicted.
It triggers a lot of Wolf's innate racism, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, we open up into that a little bit.
Chopes.
Yeah.
Now, every time that Tiger kind of shows her softer side, it's always really nice, but it never pays off for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wolf, when we first met him, he was like monosyllabic, possibly deeply traumatized, broken. And by the end of the season, he was like an expert chef,
Yeah.
and he was in touch with his emotions. And
Well, he's resilient
Yes.
and adaptable.
right.
Yeah, he rises to any challenge, and he does in this season.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the challenges that he rose to.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of bisexual or pansexual male characters on TV.
Right.
And he is unapologetically, just there.
Yeah.
And he has had quite a bit of fun with Josh.
Yeah.
And Josh really hasn't had a problem with it either. So what do we know about Josh's fluidity?
I don't know we've really even gone there specifically. I think Josh, my character, as well as me, a very open-minded individual. And I think that, who knows where Futterman's gonna go? I sure as hell don't. I didn't when I signed up for the whole show, and I didn't when we started season 2. I'm just kind of along for the ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have an
where
orgy
Wolf
scene.
actually...
We definitely remember that.
Wolf
filming
used
that.
his own junk on him. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're into it.
There's more orgies in this season.
There are more orgies.
Yeah.
Laughing. Yeah.
Primarily.
Everybody loves a good orgy, am I right?
This season's orgy is better than last one's.
This season, yeah,
This
this
season's
is
orgy
the
is really
extended orgy this season. Yeah.
I was telling somebody earlier, my great grandma.
Okay, this story just took a wild turn.
Bear with me.
I am so sorry for
gonna
anyone
pay
who's
off.
under 17.
TVMA, he warned you. She happened to come to set on a day that we were filming an orgy. And she was like, well, it's a progressive show.
That was your great grandmother?
My great grandma.
Whoa.
The one that looks like Yoda? Oh, wow. Yeah. Not Gary Busey, Yoda. Yeah, it's a whole.
Yeah. Did
time.
you keep any of the prosthetic?
What
He's wearing.
prosthetic?
Yeah.
Wait, him? He's wearing it.
I can't let it go.
I can't.
That is one of the things that when I first saw it, I was like, wait, what? Because I wasn't sure if they were both prosthetics, because then I was like really impressed. What is that like filming opposite yourself where one of you is bigger than the other?
I don't know.
Like, because I think you would feel Tornos are like, oh man, yeah.
No, I can honestly say, I don't think, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself, I don't know anybody else. I don't think that anybody wants that. I don't think anybody wants that.
Well,
on either
the truth about
giving
that
or
is
the
you
receiving.
would pass out from an erection instantly.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
All your blood would go down. You just look.
Yeah. It would be a nightmare in so many ways.
Which version of Josh have you liked playing the most?
Actually, I had a lot of fun in this season because there is an episode, I won't give anything away, but there's an episode where I do get to act again with another version of myself, playing opposite myself, and that version was a little kooky.
Okay.
And so kind of getting to take it to this sort of zany, wild place was really fun.
And Eliza, you get to play opposite yourself this season as well.
I did. It was great.
And how are you as a co-star?
I listen really well. I'm very giving. Yeah.
What can you tell us about the level of tigers we see this year?
My voice is different because I have a bit of a masculine voice, as I've come to find out from my brother, who told me. He's here, so he said that. But there's another version of me that speaks a bit higher.
A bit?
I didn't know I could get that high, but it's fun.
I bet you could.
Yeah.
And Derek, it looks like you come into the new season with a fully formed family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf finds love in a place that you wouldn't expect it.
Are you saying he finds love in a hopeless place?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. Again, he's adaptable, and he's becomes a
adaptable.
family man.
What is the future like? What is this future that you've got them set up in like?
Well, it's kind of split up between the people who used to be part of the resistance. They now live in a place called the NAG, which stands for the New Above Ground. And then the people who are the biotics, who are called biotechs in this timeline, because that's how clever we are. They live in a place called the Mons, and they are planning on going to. It's called the Mons, and they're planning on moving to Mars, where they can live.
And what is the conflict they have? Because it's the former resistance. They're no longer
Well,
fighting.
the people in the NAG are just like, they just want to be left alone. They're kind of like know nothing. Like, just like, leave us alone and leave us be. You guys can go to Mars. We don't believe in anything that you're doing. And there's kind of a peace that has been brokered by Stu.
Okay. And what is our trio? How do they screw all of that up? Because you know they do.
They really do.
Wolf really enjoys the NAC. That's where his family is, and that's where he becomes. He learns a new trade, and he's very good at it, of course.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have the news that you saw in that first episode, that there is this attack. There's some big attack planning, and so I'm being chased and I'm being hunted down by this group called the Pointed Circle, and trying to figure out how I can stop this world-ending attack. And nobody wants to believe me, like the little boy who cried wolf. His characters. Anyhow. So that's what Futterman's trying to do, and no one listens to him.
What a surprise.
Yeah. Anyhow.
And are you just busy with Stu and trying to figure?
Oh, I'm very busy with Stu. Yeah.
Are we
yeah.
talking? Oh wait. So I asked them a little earlier. First, I asked, what is the weirdest thing you've had to film this season? And I know we saw a clip of Derek's weirdest thing, the torture sequence on the wheel. But you have something really.
Yeah, I have sex to completion with with a brain in my hands. So that's fun to do.
It's a real mind fuck.
It was a bit of a mind fuck. Yeah. Yeah. That was fun. That was fun. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for that. In a
killed it. You
room by
knocked it out of the
myself with just the cameraman.
So when you guys are writing these things up or coming with these ideas, do you bring them into this and say, like, what do you guys think? Or what
I was definitely not brought into that
No,
conversation.
no? Wait, this wasn't on your dream board?
No, I mean, is it on my bucket list? Maybe,
Yeah.
but it wasn't something I brought up.
We walked them through. We came up with a lot of stuff. We didn't want to show them anything until we had like a real direction for things. So
Until we had no choice.
yeah, basically, this is what you're going to be doing. But no, we bring you guys in and tell you about it, everything, and give you the appearance of a role and of choice.
I loved it. I'm lying. I loved it.
Yeah, totally.
Since this season is primarily going to be set in the future, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so does that mean, I mean, Josh had some really nice moments with his family and the Ed Begley stuff, and does that mean we won't see that? Because that was probably really nice for you to get that balance.
Yeah, I mean, this season, Josh has a very different journey than the first. And he has fewer moments of that kind of happiness and peace because he really is trying to get everyone to save the world yet again, and no one is listening to him. He does find a companion, as you may have seen in the sizzle reel, our little puppy, a little like electronic puppy guy, and that kind of becomes his pal.
Okay, all right, like a man and his
So
dog.
I lost my family and got an electronic dog. It's a payoff.
And Eliza, is it true that you dye your own hair purple?
I did dye my own hair.
Yeah.
And then I lost it all on this side. I'm kidding. I shaved it. Settle down. I now do not dye my own hair, but I did for the whole first season. Literally every weekend by myself in my bathroom.
Wow.
So that's-
okay. Did you get to write that off? Do you get to?
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, no, not the fixing.
Right.
What's the question?
Like you had to walk around with your own dye kit, and
Yeah, and then it would like wash out, and I looked concerning.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so since we have the strangest thing you've done this season, when you look back at season one of all of this stuff, because it is a gallery of greatness, what would you consider just the peak moment for your character?
In season one?
Yes.
I mean, when I'm cleaning a gun that I'm then going to be aiming at a baby, that was a good time. First of all, that gun was really fucking heavy. By the way, thanks props. It was really heavy. But I thought that was a big moment. I don't know. I just like that moment. That's not really answering the question, though.
All right.
I think for me, winning a dance-off,
Oh, yeah.
it's like a dream of mine, kind of, to be admired by many and seen as a cool guy and a cool dancer.
I feel like you've achieved that.
I did in season one rather. So that was a pretty high moment, as well as running around in lingerie for an entire episode. Didn't know I could do that, but I kind of nailed it.
That's a high point for a lot of us.
That was my favorite episode, by the way.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Getting sober, I think, was a big turning point for Wolf. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Wolf, for Wolf.
But yeah. Can we talk about for a moment Wolf's volleyball scene? Sweet Jesus. What was filming that like? Did you get like
It was hot.
basket
It was
of,
really
like,
hot.
Did you get like an edible arrangement from the gay community?
Did you get an edible ring with the gig? I don't know.
I haven't. I'm waiting for that. I would love that, actually.
It's lost in the mail. They just told me.
Yeah, I would love that. Is it on the way?
I'll call my people.
All right.
Because that was awesome. Like, how long did it take to shoot that?
Most of a day. Well, yeah, it was a day.
It took we did as many takes as possible. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much.
Just to
I wasn't there.
We did shoot a whole sequence and then reshot it because the sun came out. Remember that?
Yes.
So yeah, it took long. We were actually shirtless longer than we should have been, but yeah.
Yeah.
They added an extra like $1,000 for baby oil in the budget line, just to keep you guys lathered.
Yeah.
All right, you had great guest stars last season. Aquafina, you had Corey Hart, Carla Gallo's great. I see we Timothy Simons this year. You've got Catherine Lanassa. Anyone else? Obviously Seth Rogen pops up. You can't shake that guy. Yeah, so sorry. Who else do you have lined up?
Will Forte, Kristen Shaw, not together. Who else? Was there anyone else?
Carrie Kenny?
Oh, that's right, Carrie Kenny. And I can't think of anybody else right now. I think that might be it.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna go to some audience questions. I don't know exactly where they have the mic set up. I think they're over here. Oh, there we go.
Oh. Hey.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I think
Hi,
what I
Ryan.
liked. Hi. You guys killed it. I thought last season was great. Not only was hilarious, but the character development for Tiger and Wolf was awesome. You guys had your own episode where you went on your separate timelines, and I just thought it was so rich and still hilarious. So even though it was deep, they had so many water cooler moments where you could just go to work and be like, "I've been shot," or "Scorpion up the snatch," or you had so many great one-liners. I would just like to know everyone's favorite line that they can just repeat to themselves and chuckle.
Where do you work where you can say Scorpion in the snatch in the office?
I mean, I like catfucker. It's a great expression. Versatile. Catfucker.
Yeah, you can bring that into any conversation, I think.
Hachi Machi. It's another great one-liner.
Yeah.
No, I prefer catfucker.
We've got slunt this year.
Ooh.
That's not how you use that word.
You guys don't get that
Anyways.
yet. You don't get that. You will. You'll
Future
laugh
reference.
later.
You'll get that. You'll get that.
My favorite is just the words Truffle Dome. Just the title Truffle
it just,
Dome.
It rolls off the tongue.
Cool, thanks. Go ahead.
Hey, so I was wondering, is like Keith David's character got to come back in the next season?
No, he's super dead.
He's dead in all timelines now.
Yeah. Sorry about
There
that.
are some people that we figured out a
Sorry.
way to bring back for this
Yeah.
season. So there are some surprises throughout the season, but that one we couldn't get our heads around a way to bring him back. We loved him though.
And we don't want to just constantly use time travel to bring people back. We need some people to just stay dead.
Like Pet Cemetery.
Sometimes dead is better.
I don't like it.
All right, go ahead.
Hey there, my name is Kate, but my question is actually on behalf of my brother who is not here, but he's seen season 1 like 4 times over. And he wanted to know, he said the most obvious question to ask is why the hell everyone wears the sunglasses at night?
Only Corey Hart can answer that, and he's not here. Yeah.
He's not here.
We all know why, because it is super cool. Makes you awesome. You have to have a lot of confidence to do it, and it shows that you're confident, and people like confident people.
People don't mess with you. They don't mess with you. If you wear sunglasses at night, you're like, I'm staying away from that person. They're clearly insane.
I thought it was because he had pink eye.
Thanks. Go ahead.
Thanks, Kate.
Hey, how are you? I'm Michael. This question's actually for Eliza. Are you ever gonna see something with happy endings to come back now that you guys are on Hulu too? We love that show.
Oh, thank you. I haven't heard anything. So unless we want to mount a stage show in my backyard, I don't think anything's really going to happen.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Maxime. I'm an autistic Canadian, and it's take 10 hours to come New York with my parents. And I just said I follow you, Josh Hutcherson.
Oh, thank you.
In the Hunger Games, I think it's your best role. And I dream...
Second best role. Second best role.
And I have... my question is, I have a project. Create my wall of fame.
Okay.
And for me, it's an honor to take a picture with you.
Hell yeah. Let's do it right now. Fuck it. You want it right here?
It's happening right now.
Please stand by.
the rest of us can answer questions still. If anyone has any questions, we're all over here still.
It's not there.
We have a question over here.
Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Hi, my name's Keith. My
this?
question is, what was something that was either conceived of or shot during the show that was really exciting for the cast or the producers but ended up getting cut?
The Zorb bar, I feel like we couldn't quite pull off. We had an idea in the future that instead of alcohol, there's this thing called Zorb.
That was cut?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
I spent a lot of time doing
And
that.
you have to put your finger in it, and the second you put your finger in it, you're
Wait,
drunk.
I'm genuinely just finding this out. That was a
Sorry.
great scene.
Yeah, I know.
enjoyed that.
It's not completely
immensely.
cut.
It's a cruel,
So
business.
that's it. Well,
Wait,
the
it
whole
wasn't
show's
cut.
No, she Zorbs in bed at one point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or go to the
Comes
Zorb
back.
bar.
in bed, I Zorb.
Yeah. You still have that part still in. I'm just talking about the bar scene.
You don't Zorb at the bar.
The bed Zorb is a smaller Zorb.
It's true.
Here's what we learned. We swung too hard with the Zorb.
The bar scene, I got real Zorbed
You
out.
got really Zorbed.
I got
really
too Zorbed. Was I too Zorbed?
It wasn't that. It was that. It was
Okay,
set was
dig
too small.
yourself out of this right now.
I'm gonna dig myself right out.
Dig
The
it
set
out.
was too small, and we had a theremin player because we thought that'd be cool. Instead of like a guy at a piano, it was a guy playing the theremin. It sounded way too weird, and it just was like a confusing scene. So we had to cut it. Sorry.
Cool.
Okay, all right. Thanks for your question. Go ahead.
Last one.
Okay.
My name's Neil Phoenix. How you doing? I have a question because you two learned, Tiger and Wolf, learned new trades. You learned to be like a lady back in the day. You learned to be a chef. Does Juice learn anything in the future?
He learns to be a good boy. Obedient.
You learn to smash things.
I learned to smash things with a rock. You know how hard it is? You can't expect me to learn how to smash things with a rock in just a day. That takes a long time to figure out. Yeah, I learned how to smash shit with rocks. Yeah, this is something.
They grow up so fast. They grow up so fast. All right, well, listen, that was our last question. Sorry about that, guys. I want to thank this group. You guys are awesome. Future Man Season 2 on Hulu. Don't miss it.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.